You're about to spend hundreds, maybe thousands more on your next cruise than you need to. And the worst part? The cruise lines are counting on it. I've watched families drain their vacation budgets on hidden fees they never saw coming. Couples who thought they booked the deal of the century only to get hit with charges that doubled their final bill. But here's the thing. Every single one of these money traps is completely avoidable once you know where they're hiding. Today, I'm exposing 13 sneaky charges that cruise lines hope you'll never figure out. And trust me, number 9 has cost more cruisers more money than anything else combined. Let's start with something that sounds innocent but drains wallets faster than anything else on board. That automatic gratuity charge. Most cruisers don't realize this, but when you see prepaid gratuities during booking, you're not actually done paying tips. Here's what really happens. Royal Caribbean and Carnival automatically add around $15 to $18 per person per day to your onboard account. That's just the baseline. But here's the catch. Those gratuities only cover your room steward and dining room staff. The moment you order a drink, get room service, or visit the spa, they're adding 18 to 20% on top of that bill. I watched a couple on Norwegian Breakaway spend $200 on specialty dining thinking gratuities were covered. Nope, another $36 appeared on their statement. The casino bar? Extra tip. The coffee shop? Extra tip. Your action step? Before you sail, check if your cruise line lets you adjust gratuities at guest services. Some let you prepay a flat rate that actually covers everything. And always check your final bill on the last night. You'd be shocked how many duplicate tip charges slip through. Next up is the specialty dining trap, and this one gets expensive fast. Cruise lines advertise their main dining room and buffet as free dining, which technically isn't wrong, but they've designed those venues to feel crowded, rushed, and frankly boring after day 2. Then you walk past those specialty restaurants, the steakhouse with perfectly cooked filet mignon, the Italian spot with fresh pasta, the sushi bar with Instagram-worthy presentations. You think, it's only $49 per person, that's reasonable. But wait, that $49 doesn't include drinks, it doesn't include the automatic gratuity, and it definitely doesn't include that appetizer or dessert upgrade the waiter suggests. A couple on MSC Seaside told me they budgeted $100 for a romantic dinner at the specialty restaurant. Their actual bill? $187. They ordered a bottle of wine, added one premium steak upgrade, and boom, budget destroyed. Here's the truth. Specialty dining is designed to upsell you at every turn. Your move? If you absolutely must try specialty dining, book it in advance online. You'll save about 20 to 30% compared to booking on board. Or better yet, give the main dining room a real chance. Order multiple appetizers. Try things you'd never normally eat. Make the free food work for you first. The drink package scam might be the most controversial thing I'll say today, but someone needs to tell you. Cruise lines push these packages hard because they make insane profit margins on them. Royal Caribbean's deluxe beverage package costs roughly $80 to $105 per person per day. They tell you it's unlimited drinks, amazing value, drink as much as you want. But most cruisers don't realize you need to consume 8 to 10 alcoholic drinks every single day just to break even. Not per cruise, per day. I'm talking every single day, including port days when you're off the ship for 8 hours exploring. Here's what actually happens. Day 1, you're excited, you drink a lot. Day 2, you're hungover, you barely touch alcohol. Day 3, you're at port all day. By day 4, you're exhausted and maybe have 3 drinks. You just paid $400 for a package you didn't come close to using. A woman on Carnival Vista told me she forced herself to order cocktails she didn't even want just to get her money's worth. That's not a vacation, that's a job. The smart move? Track your actual drinking habits before you cruise. If you're genuinely someone who drinks 6+ cocktails daily, sure, get the package. But for most people, paying per drink saves a fortune. Set a drink budget, stick to happy hour specials, and watch your bills stay manageable. Shore excursions booked through the cruise line is where they really get you. This is huge, so pay attention. When you book an excursion through Royal Caribbean or Norwegian, you're paying sometimes double or triple what you'd pay if you booked the exact same tour independently. I'm not exaggerating. That snorkeling trip in Cozumel, $129 per person through the cruise line. The exact same boat, same guide, same equipment, $60 if you book directly with the local company. But here's how they convince you to overpay. Fear. They tell you if you book independently and miss the ship, it's your problem. If you book with them and the excursion runs late, they'll wait for you. Sounds reasonable, right? But wait, most independent tour operators in popular cruise ports know the ship schedules better than you do. They've built their entire business around getting cruisers back on time. A couple on MSC Meraviglia saved over $400 on a week-long cruise by booking local tours in advance through verified operators. They researched companies with thousands of positive reviews, communicated their ship schedule, and never came close to missing the boat. Your action step? Check sites like Viator, Shore Excursioneer, or local tour company websites. Read hundreds of reviews. Compare prices. For most ports, independent booking is absolutely safe and saves you serious money. Just always give yourself a 90-minute buffer before all aboard time. Casino charges are sneakier than most cruisers realize. You walk into the casino, sit at a slot machine, and start playing. Seems straightforward, but here's the catch most people miss. You're not playing with cash. You're playing with your onboard account. Every bet is automatically charged to your room card. There's no physical money leaving your hands, so your brain doesn't register the spending the same way. It's psychological warfare, and it works. Carnival and Royal Caribbean both use this system because people spend 30 to 40% more when they're not handling actual cash. I met a guy on Norwegian Getaway who thought he'd spent maybe $150 in the casino over a week. When he checked his final bill, he'd actually spent $630. He nearly fell over. The charges had piled up across multiple sessions, different days, different times. His brain never added them up in real time. And here's another thing nobody tells you. Those free drinks while you gamble, they automatically add an 18% gratuity every single time. You didn't order it at a bar, you didn't sign anything, but you're paying. Your move? If you're going to gamble, set a physical cash limit before you start. Go to guest services, tell them to put a spending block on your casino charges after a certain amount. Otherwise, you're flying blind with your budget. The Wi-Fi package trap is real, and it's getting worse as cruise lines upgrade their internet. They know you need to stay connected, work emails, social media, staying in touch with family, so they offer packages that sound reasonable, maybe $150 for unlimited internet for the week. But they don't tell you clearly unlimited doesn't mean fast, it doesn't mean reliable, and it definitely doesn't mean all your devices. Royal Caribbean offers different tiers: Surf, Surf and Stream, and their premium package. Most cruisers buy the cheapest one thinking they're saving money. Then they discover it won't load Instagram, can't stream video, and barely handles email. So they upgrade midway through the cruise, paying full price for the better package without getting a credit for what they already bought. A family on Carnival Vista spent $220 total on Wi-Fi, upgrading twice when they could have paid $170 up front for the package they actually needed. The cruise lines designed this confusion on purpose. Different names, vague descriptions, complicated speed comparisons. Your smart move? If you absolutely must have internet, buy the highest tier package before you sail during a promotional period. You'll get 30 to 40% off compared to buying on board. Or better yet, embrace the digital detox and save that money entirely. Beverage station charges in your cabin are almost criminal in how sneaky they work. You check into your stateroom, you see a mini fridge stocked with sodas, water, beer, snacks. It looks welcoming, like a nice touch from the cruise line. But the moment you move any item, even just to make room for your own stuff, you're charged. I'm not kidding. Norwegian uses sensors that detect when items are lifted. You pick up a water bottle to see what's behind it, then put it back. Doesn't matter. That $5 charge just hit your account. MSC does the same thing with their minibars. A woman on MSC Divina moved items to store her medication in the fridge, never consumed a single thing. Her bill showed $43 in minibar charges. She had to go to guest services with photos proving the items were still there to get a refund. And here's another layer. Some cruise lines stock your cabin with complimentary items and for-purchase items in the same fridge. There's no clear labeling difference. You grab what you think is free, it's actually $12.
Your action step is simple but important. The second you enter your cabin on embarkation day, before you touch anything, take photos of the entire minibar setup. Then immediately call guest services and ask them to empty it completely if you don't plan to use it. Most cruise lines will accommodate this request. It saves you from accidental charges and gives you fridge space for your own drinks from port.
Photography packages are designed to guilt you into spending way more than you intended. Here's how the system works. Professional photographers are stationed all over the ship. Elegant staircase during formal night, boarding the ship on day 1, by the pool, at dinner, in front of ship landmarks. They snap your photo whether you want it or not. Then they display all your photos on screens or in the photo gallery. You walk by, see yourself looking amazing in formal wear and think, that's actually a great shot. But here's the trap. Individual photos cost $25 to $35 each, just one 5x7 print. If you want the digital file, that's usually more. They push packages hard. Buy 3 photos, get 2 free, which sounds like a deal until you realize you're still spending $150 on pictures you'll probably never print. Royal Caribbean and Carnival both train photographers to take multiple shots of you throughout the cruise, creating emotional attachment. By day 5, you've got 15 beautiful photos displayed. Not buying them feels like waste. A couple on Allure of the Seas spent $340 on a photo package because they felt they had to preserve the memories. But here's the truth. Your smartphone takes incredible photos now. Stage your own formal night shoot with the self-timer. Ask other cruisers to snap pictures of you at ports. You'll get authentic memories without the markup. If you absolutely must have professional shots, wait until the last day when they sometimes offer 50% off packages to clear inventory. Excursion insurance sold by the cruise line is almost never worth the cost, and here's why. When you book a shore excursion through Royal Caribbean or Norwegian, they offer cancel for any reason insurance, usually $15 to $25 per person per excursion. They make it sound essential. What if someone gets sick? What if the weather's bad? Protect your investment. But read the fine print. Most cruise line excursions already include weather cancellation protection. If the ship can't dock or conditions are unsafe, you automatically get refunded. You don't need extra insurance for that. And if you cancel because you personally changed your mind or don't feel well, most cruise lines give you a refund if you cancel 24 to 48 hours in advance anyway. The insurance is covering a gap that barely exists. I talked to a family on Carnival Horizon who spent $160 insuring 4 excursions across different ports. They never used the insurance, never canceled anything. That's $160 that could have paid for an entire extra excursion. Here's your move. Skip the excursion insurance completely. Instead, book excursions that have flexible cancellation policies built in. If you're booking independently, choose operators with 24-hour cancellation terms. You get the same protection without the extra fee. And honestly, in hundreds of cruises, weather cancellations serious enough to ruin shore days are incredibly rare. Spa and salon pricing is deliberately confusing, and they use every psychological trick to maximize what you spend. You walk into the spa on embarkation day, they're offering a port day special on massages, $79 for 50 minutes, which actually sounds decent. You book it, then you show up for your appointment and the upselling begins. Would you like aromatherapy oils? Just $15 more. Hot stone upgrade? $25. Extended time to 90 minutes? $40 additional. Before you know it, your $79 massage is now $160. Then they add the automatic 20% gratuity. Your actual bill, $192. And here's something most cruisers don't know. Spa staff on cruise ships work heavily on commission. They're trained to upsell aggressively because their income depends on it. A woman on Celebrity Eclipse told me she went in for a basic facial priced at $89. The esthetician recommended necessary product upgrades and treatments, insisting her skin needed intensive care. Final bill, $374. She felt pressured to agree in the moment because saying no felt awkward when someone's touching your face. The smart strategy? If you book spa services, be very clear up front. I want exactly what I booked. No upgrades, no add-ons. Say it firmly before the service starts. And check port day pricing, but don't book on embarkation day when you're excited and not thinking clearly. Compare the cruise ship spa pricing to spas in port cities. You'll often find better quality services on land for half the cost. Room service charges have changed dramatically, and most cruisers still don't realize it. For years, room service on most cruise lines was complimentary 24 hours a day. You paid nothing except the gratuity, but that's largely over. Royal Caribbean now charges a $7.99 delivery fee for most room service orders, except continental breakfast. Norwegian charges a similar fee. MSC has a flat room service charge. Carnival kept it free longer than most, but even they've added fees on certain ships. Here's where it gets tricky. They don't advertise this fee clearly. You pick up the room service menu in your cabin, everything has prices listed, and many items say complimentary. You assume the delivery is free. You order a burger and fries at midnight after a long port day. The menu said the burger was complimentary, but when you check your account, there's a $7.99 charge plus an automatic gratuity calculated on what the food would have cost at full price. Your free burger just cost you $13. A guy on Oasis of the Seas ordered room service for breakfast every morning thinking it was included. He got hit with $56 in delivery fees by the end of the week, plus gratuities. He never saw it coming because the in-room menu didn't make the fee obvious. Your action step? If your cruise line charges for room service, eat at the buffet or main dining room. They serve basically the same food with no extra fees. Save room service for situations where you genuinely can't leave your cabin. And always check your folio daily so surprise charges don't pile up. So there you have it, 13 money traps that cruise lines hope you'll walk right into without thinking twice. But now you're armed with the truth. You know where they're hiding the fees. You understand the psychological games. And most importantly, you can plan your next cruise without getting financially ambushed. Here's the thing. Cruising can absolutely be an incredible value. All your accommodations, food, entertainment, and transportation to multiple destinations for one price, only if you avoid these traps. The families who come home from cruises complaining they spent a fortune, they fell for exactly these tricks. The cruisers who rave about amazing deals, they knew what to watch for. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button so other cruisers can discover this information before they book. Drop a comment telling me which money trap shocked you most, or share one I didn't cover. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because in my next video, I'm revealing the exact booking strategy I use to get cruises at 50 to 60% off retail prices, things the cruise lines definitely don't want you knowing. I'll see you in that video, and until then, cruise smart and keep your money where it belongs.